I think the best advice I can give entrepreneurs looking to raise capital from angel or institutional investors is just be really, really clear about exactly why you want that money and how you'll deploy it. You have to have a plan.
We didn't really have a choice when it came to raising external capital. The type of business that we're building required external investment to be able to deliver on our mission, on our vision. And so there wasn't really a fundamental choice, but there was lots of consideration to the type of money that we wanted from an investment perspective and the types of investors that we wanted to work with. And I think with regards to what I would potentially have done differently throughout that process, there isn't a significant thing, there isn't one thing that I think I would have approached differently. I would have probably looked to get an advisor in earlier in the process. I think that the process itself is quite a complicated one, and so making sure that you just understand what is going on and making sure that you're learning from that process is absolutely key. So there's not one fundamental thing that I would have done differently.
Once you get to that kind of 1 million revenues and above level, you've got lots and lots of options, and actually, scale-up companies, I think they're defined as companies with at least 10 employees who've grown, say, 20% a year for the last 3 years. There's an abundance of choice, lots and lots of different options, funding options, and indeed, part of the challenge is to circumnavigate your way through the various options in terms of choosing the right one. Hence the need for advisors. I would say that, wouldn't I? But actually, there is so much choice out there, so many providers of funding for growth companies that you really need an advisor to choose the best funding partner for you going forward. Not just in terms of kind of valuation, the quantum that you're looking for, but someone who's actually going to be a good partner and add value on your journey. Sometimes companies position themselves as tech businesses, technology businesses, when they are not. Clearly, if you are a tech business, that's great. You'll get a higher valuation, a higher multiple. But if you're not, you can't pull the wool over people's eyes, because in due diligence, that will come out. If you're just tech-enabled, you are not a tech business. One other thing we see. Sometimes people try and take money off the table too early. They will try to do what's called a cash-in, cash-out deal. So they're taking some money off the table, so selling some shares at the same time as they are raising fresh capital. That sends mixed messages to the investors. Do you believe in your business or not? So at an early stage of the company's development, we would advise against trying to take cash off the table to de-risk and leave that to kind of further much later funding rounds.
I think there's plenty of finance available for scaling businesses. It's not always difficult to find the money, but I think finding good advice from people that have been there before and done it is the challenge for founders and entrepreneurs looking to raise capital.
The biggest barrier to scale for our business to date has been around growing our team. So I think fundamentally, when you start to add lots of new people to your business, you have a huge challenge to retain the level of communication and the culture that existed before you started scaling. And I think that's absolutely been the biggest challenge, and will probably continue to be the biggest challenge as we scale. Clearly, we've got to attract new customers, and we've got to build new technology, we've got to do all that good stuff, but actually bringing everybody along with you and communicating the vision and the mission, and making sure that everybody's on the same page and understands, and then being sure that you communicate that vision on a consistent basis is absolutely key.
What I've learned today is that there are so many options. There's so much money out there that people want to invest in fast growth businesses. So I think just explore your options. Don't jump at the very first option that's presented to you. Don't jump at the very first deal that's presented to you. If you've got a great business with a fantastic vision for growth, with a great purpose and mission behind it, with a great team that you believe in, explore your options and make sure you're in a position where you're negotiating the very best deal that's going to work for your business, first and foremost.